A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bengals.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to John Ross. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey, lock it.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. It's caught. Shepard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to work. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. General West. Check 43. Ready.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hard.
It's Barkley on the counter, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Jones on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Set. 10-2 stop. Here we go, D. Here I go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
At the Giants' 39-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
That's what I'm talking about. Not him, boy.
Set, ready? Stick the oar.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Get it.
Out of the gun now on third down. And able to find Green. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Any weapon. Ready.
2nd and 10. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On first down, Mixon, and he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 9-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Rock it.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Outlaw. 61, matchbox lights.
On second down, here's Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Down. AC Gator. Go. Hustle. Shoot.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. With 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On third down, Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas now to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
2nd and 3. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll set up to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. 7 yards there and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You ready? 6-6, pull it high.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Get it.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Bravo. Snap.
Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first and 10, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air it out deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Man, I got you.
Second and 11. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, wahoo!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Jones now on first down. Catch made by Slayton. Past the 20. A big play there for the Giants. And even 40 yards. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the safety creep. 80 weapons. Get it.
Looking to throw. Rolling to his right. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
64, weak. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Say, echo. Weak grip.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. Well, throws like that, especially where we sit in the 4th quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing. It's late. Tighter coverage. Take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a big play. So if you're the quarterback, that should be in your head. This is their time to take a gamble.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 60 or. Recon, 132 fighter. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Whip. Watch the whip. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Check. Lucky. Get it.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Hey, team 6. Ready.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this off to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Jones now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now it's Barkley. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
38-yard line.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Giants, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin.